catch everyone, but instead you just get one. Sometimes this man feels like a team. We have seen this multiple times where he goes into a site alone,
zombie takeover game.
Advantage for his squad. This time though, he has been shut down. A lot of damage being done. Bang again.
3v2.
He's already had a few kills stacking up, but even with what they built, it's going to be difficult.
Oh, they needed that.
Oh. Ends up maybe having his worst whiff of the tournament so far. Even still, both players low enough. The Cryo at least has some hope.
Well, a shot to the body will be enough. The drone, it didn't see him. And they haven't caught him just yet.
Pretty sure they have a
shot
read.
to the body enough, but it's the headshot on the Francis!
Oh, Cryo.
RB! It looked like a whiff might have thrown their chances out the window. But Cryo is there to put them 3-1. A man who had an incredible performance on Sunset. He was the man. Was shutting this squad down, indeed, on the Cypher, doing the damage, and he's here to do it yet again in a round that really 100 Thieves look to have no hope in.
Yeah, they started well. Well, that's a very stressed look at MBS. We've said it already that these are two very different looking teams. A team that in the past won Ascension and made it all the way to win a Masters. And sure, a couple of teams that were, or players that were gunning for Ascension last year over on 100 Thieves. But their investment over the years has been clear. Their success has not. Nongshim managed to do it incredibly quickly.
Ivy looking for any aggro out of...
Is this going to be the day for 100 Thieves to make it to a grand final? Or will Nongshim be turning 2026 into their year?
Timatino with the
out on B. Nongshim putting that in from window. I don't think they were worried about the mid take, but I guess just showing some presence after 100 Thieves did the same.
Shot.
The defensive side, that's the first piece of actual info they've had to work with in a minute. I've seen one player towards A long.
They're taking the timing.
They're not shying away.
But this is the Cypher site.
Ring out bullets.
They're going to try to contact.
They want to try and challenge it. Still quite a lot of Cypher utility, but that first trip, I don't believe has been caught. Instead, a problem. Bora finds the first. They managed to deny the ult, and again, Danby just looks to take over. Still
Danby for
corner,
3?
But even though Cryo
do they look at short?
He just about survives.
Okay, 2v2.
Cryo's still incredibly low,
what is Francis doing? Oh, he's reclaiming short.
But he'll catch him with the jump. That's
He
going to
has
be an
enough time.
opportunity to get the plant down. His opponent a little bit further away, and nothing that Bang can do to stop him. But there's only 10 HP, an ultimate for Extros.
Needs a headshot.
The corner, he might be able to pop it. Instead, he swings. But Bang had such an HP advantage.
Bro, complete chaos in that round.
Yeah, it's a bad corner to be stuck in with that Phoenix ult. Like, you pop the ult, you swing out. Sure, it's going to reset your health right away when you die, but the spam is going to come through quite quickly. And in most positions, you're not going to get anything from there. But the straight swing out, as you saw the bullets whiz past Bang's head, but the shot not quite landing. That looked crazy, though. Seeing Francis just run it down with the spike towards short in the 2v2.
Yeah.
They obviously really wanted to deal with that player, but that was a hiccup that gave 100 Thieves a chance.
Flash A long.
Danby already done enough.
Kayla Neon is not A, but
pop flash ready,
Austin may take a
maybe
solo
better of it. There's the pop, but
they give no info.
Reaction off of
just
it.
break the dart.
Maybe hoping to hear some spam that might give them a little bit of information. Instead, now comes the ult.
Cross at the ult. Oh, this kills big.
But it's only damage, at least to start, as Exros goes down. Danby follows.
Okay,
Numbers
1 for 1.
Even. The drop down from RB heard, and it's Bang to pounce on him. But the team being taken, it gives Nongshim back the advantage, the upper hand reclaimed.
Francis is low.
They run it back.
Probably spam.
It was already used up early on. Exros is back to full HP.
Short.
Nice and healthy. Francis not quite in the same boat. and they called to just freeze. Wait for 100 Thieves to run dry on information, to make a gamble,
Double
maybe flee
swing?
the site, or
Wow, what a
maybe
shot.
stand in no man's land. That ultimate from Ivy now will find Cryo. They'll have the information to work with. The spike is already running the other way.
Yeah.
30 seconds
I think if you're anyone else, if it's any other team, I think Cryo starts running the other way. But he probably believed in that moment, actually, they're going to try and kill me. They're going to try and kill me. They're not going
Man,
to let me
Francis almost
flee
died.
the scene and reset this fight.
Spike planted.
With Ivy throwing those cages, it held him to the other side of the map. I think the call's also
Just
been made that
gonna
our
save.
economy cannot cope with a 1v3 attempt on the 100 Thieves side. The 4-2 scoreline will be guaranteed for Nongshim. And Cryo, all he can hope to do is hold on to the gun.
There's some decent ideas starting this out from 100 Thieves. The idea of the flash, it looked strange in the moment to see Asuna step back into the smoke and fire a flash out onto long. But at the exact same moment, a reveal came through from Vora. The idea, obviously, blind them up, buy yourself a half a second, but just enough for the first ping to get the information. But it was broken immediately by Nongshim. And so 100 Thieves knew, okay, there's players here, the rotates start. They're batting down the hatches. They deal with X-Ross on the run through. They contain that mid-fight as well. The chaos of the late round. Not managed well. It was this push through from Danby. The fact that, again, he finds so much value with Asuna down and out. RB traded. But this TP, or the TP that was taken moments later from Bang. The old pop by Ivy, the information found. It definitely looked for 100 Thieves like they had the upper hand. I think especially after they dealt with the run it back and found mid-lurk.
Clearly.
Nongshim recovered.
100 Thieves feeling the pressure once again. Both teams have been quite sparing with their pauses. I feel like MBS's words have been heard throughout this series so far. Of course, for 100 Thieves, there was a lot of pressure on this org, as I said, but you go back and they've had moments at international events, but making a grand final.
Van Longshan, the Dynasty Stopper?
It's not been
Stopping
seen
100 Thieves?
with the investment into these rosters, with young blood being brought up from the tier 2. There's always high expectations when you put on that 100 Thieves jersey. Whereas for Nongshim, this is more about showing that they weren't just a one and done, a fluke event that came off the back of a singular agent. Okay, that singular agent is popping off once again for
We're gonna
Danby. But
5-man C hit.
they want to show that 2026 is the year of Nongshim, Red Force. They're running in nobody else.
Pistols!
Damn.
That's a great
Gets one
paranoia.
before the
Give
tag.
Danby at least one pickup, but the trade's not good. That's a rifle recovered for 100 Thieves. The 4-man stack towards this C site paying dividends early on. And a deep push from Timotino gets him in the right place at the right time.
1 for 1.
X-Ross, a huge player to take down. And
What is
still
Francis
giving him a
doing?
chance. Timotino challenged once more with the spike as well. And now RB might have made his way to the A site. He emerged from the shadows, but he is very soon to be sent right back there. Big pickup from 100 Thieves. They gamble stack early, they send the op the other way, and everything goes in their favor.
I think also an important round for Timotino individually. He's been having a rough one so far. I think this was his second, third, and fourth kill, all in the same round. Giving him that operator, leaving him to lock down one side of the map. You can see that energy bringing him to life. An important round directly after the pause. 3 of the last 4, and look at what it's done to the economy of this attack inside. But even still, an early Hunter's Fury maybe signaling that this would be an aggressive push, and although they've taken ground, it's more to force them maybe into a panicky B hit,
another
but,
miss off
well,
shot.
it doesn't look panicky.
They don't put this trip.
Taking themselves the opening.
What a molly. What a molly.
Almost exclusively to the hot hands. Nongshim now with weapons
RB with an
recovered.
op.
And a blip on the radar moments ago has gone
I
silent.
think they go for it. It's 2v4.
Asuna and Bang.
Francis with a
Both coming from the
stinger.
window. No idea that Ivy is playing so slow through the door, but they've got him. That should have been what secured the round, but now it has spurred 100 Thieves forward. It's given them a chance, a small chance, but one nonetheless. To reveal a little too deep, but time surely already gone. Backstab here from Bang could be huge. With Francis down now, it feels like they have a chance, a moment, but as slim as it is, the time could have decided it if the bullets did not. A thrifty coming out of the side of Nongshim.
Yeah, it's safe to say that there was a reason we were excited to see Exros coming in on the Phoenix. Didn't have the best time on the Rays in the last map. Had an ace in the first map, but still definitely wasn't up to the standard we expect. But this round is exactly why we get excited when he picks up this agent. As you said, almost got a kill exclusively with the hot hands, but also the opener that he found versus that operator of Timotino, bringing him straight back down to earth after a big round for the squad. Sure, the economy of 100 Thieves got a massive boost in the last with all those upgraded weapons, so that gives them a repurchase, but that has to be a knock to the confidence.
Still able to come in with a full buy here. Oh, no,
straight
so
spam.
quickly push away the thoughts of the previous round with a stronger start here, but Asuna down when he was 2 away from the run it back. The big safety net with a big hole in it now. Nongshim, one man to the good, and 100 Thieves, in terms of information, like they're leaving that C site open. With this push up on the A site, all of their focus should be towards B. Ready for this breakthrough. Bang and Vora now even starting to leave that.
They think they're gonna hit C.
The retake of B is they clearly expect a late hit on the C site, and there is still a chance. There's no reason to believe that Danby couldn't be playing a fake towards this B site. We've seen Nongshim do this many times. The quick redirections. Timotino now taking all this space. This is risky. That jump was heard. They noticed.
Yeah, but now it's a problem. Him staying alive is an issue for them. 25 seconds left on the clock, and it almost looks like they have stood still for maybe just too long, but then Danby strikes at the perfect moment. X-Rocks at the same. And now Ivy just the backstab, the final knife twisted in the back of 100 Thieves. That almost seemed like the clock was about to be an issue for Nongshim, but look how squeaky clean that was towards the end.
Nongshim looking
you freeze that timer at 25 seconds. Nongshim sat outside B. It looked like getting ready to pivot to that C site, but the pickup from Danby the second that he deletes Vora. Not that they didn't start in an unlucky fashion, but that kill is what changes it. Now the spike's going B. The trap on the C site is left untriggered. Nongshim were waiting 30 seconds for an opportunity. They were waiting for a way out, and they found it. Danby found it, and he has been the one to locate every crack in this defense. 100 Thieves facing off against him. They've beaten him 6 times and lost 13. Danby knows. I mean, he's not blind. He sees that that molly hasn't gone all the way, but he's hesitant to clear that corner for good reason. 100 Thieves right at that choke point, ready to flash around on Asuna the second contact is found.
Just off over timing.
Shying away, but maybe falling back for the trap. There's the flash, but they are ready for it. He even pops ult in the middle. What's going on here for Extras? Bro, this is a semi-final. You can't be running around like that. It just almost feels like he's just having a good time, having a laugh with his friends in ranked, whereas 100 Thieves are trying to sweat out any round that they can. 2 completely different vibes.
Well, his whole job there was just to be the recon, right? Recons don't shoot. They don't have guns. You ever seen a Sova drone shoot back? Cypher camera, now don't talk to me about that, but he goes in, plays his role. Point of contact, finds the info, and they close it from there. And very nicely dealt with it as well when you see that initial fight. X-Ross taking the duel. The flash from Asuna, the trap triggered, and yeah, from X-Ross's perspective, he's pretty much dead. He immediately pops the ult. What he can't see, but we can, is 3 players behind him weren't blind and were very, very ready to shoot right back. A bloodbath, and it's only 100 Thieves contributing. I think the attempt at the spam right off rip, and it looked like he could have gotten a lot there, but barely a tickle onto Nongshim, and ult activated by Asuna to run it back in full effect as Bang crunches from the other side. The paranoia lands, and Asuna
Whoa, what
should be
is
getting some kills.
Asuna doing?
TP'd in.
X-Ross is taken too, and yeah, I'm not too sure what that was from Bang, but luckily it's the only player lost.
Yeah, originally I thought that had to be someone over on the attack side, but no,
Wow,
Ivy was going out of the corner after
Ivy
being
had
hit
a
by a
timing.
paranoia. That's what it looked like.
yeah, but they both TP'd, and I don't know if Bang was trying to act as a distraction for an ult, but that seems like a blunder. As you said, though, they come out with an advantage. Drone is going to clear outside of A. B site looks like the target.
Cover going out.
And a plant should be guaranteed. Cryo has been flashed off the angle. He's got to be careful re-swinging into this. X-Ross is waiting, but he wins the fight anyway. Makes this further and further out of the control of the opposing side, and it's all down to Ivy. He's looking for a second target. He's hoping to try and bring this a little bit closer, but they are waiting. Asuna has his teammates back. They will get 4.
I started to think back to Ivy's performance yesterday. The second he had the trigger discipline.
Oh, they could do no wrong.
Onto Cryo, yeah, it felt like he was going to walk away with a whole lot more than he should. But a necessary win for 100 Thieves. That run to the grand final still alive for this squad. And it was this from Bang. A nice double on the crunch. Let's not talk about the paranoia TP. It's fun when it lands, it's flashy, but the rest of the squad was here to recover on that.
Wait a minute,
All
2 ciphers. An important round for 100 Thieves. Their recent form on this map through EWC and the qualifiers shows them able to pull off big halves on either side of the map, but they want to give themselves some runway in case that pistol goes the other way, and the pace of Nongshim just is not stopping again. They fail on the B side plant, they go right back to the B side plant. You expect there to be a gap. No, they haven't seen Danby, but he's whiffed. He's missed his shots, he's still standing. He's mortal after all, and eventually will be crushed.
I know exactly.
7-5 at the half, still possible, and it looks to be likely. Nongshim fighting themselves back into a commanding lead at the half with a Hunter's Fury. Fora desperately trying to fight his way through, but he can't escape the first pulse. Just about slips the second. The shock dart will guarantee no defuse, and for now it looks like enough has been done by Francis. 8-4. Nongshim
Complete utter
with a
chaos.
solid first half here on Haven.
Yeah, safe pair of hands to take them through that final round, and a commanding lead will put them into a good position. 8-4 for Nongshim. A chance to crush the key of 100 Thieves after this half is done. And for them, a chance to go for their second international trophy of the year. They missed out in London, but now look set for another grand final, unless 100 Thieves have got something to say about it. Let's go down to Lou with a fan from each team.
Très contente effectivement d'être accompagnée de 2 fans. I am now joined by 2 fans. On the side of 100 Thieves we have Jeremy, and on the side of Nongshim we have Colin. And the first question I wanted to ask you, Jeremy, is that are you wearing the right jersey? What's happening? You know, we're here for Sen. Is this the reason why you're rooting for 100 Thieves? Bang, maybe?
I mean, NA is the best region, so we gotta root for it, no?
We hear some boos. What do you have to say?
I mean, I think 100 Thieves wins the match, and they're kind of struggling, but I think they will win this.
Still feeling confident with resilience, sorry. And what about you, Colino? Pourquoi est-ce que tu soutiens finalement Nongshim? C'est vrai qu'on n'a pas beaucoup de fans de Nongshim, notamment en France. Qu'est-ce qui t'a fait les soutenir? Basically, why are you supporting them?
Parce que je les ai rencontrés face à un match M8. C'est une équipe qui est sortie de nulle part. Un joueur sorti de nulle part. Ils ont changé la méta de Valorant en seulement le temps d'un master. Et ça, je pense que c'est une première pour une équipe.
Okay, very good reasons. They changed the meta basically. I discovered them by watching them facing Gentlemates, and I was just dazzled by them. Now, guys, I'm suggesting a little game. You know, we don't do just predictions. You're gonna say 100 Thieves win. You're gonna say NS win. So I'm gonna offer a rock, paper, scissors. Whoever takes the win, this is a BO1. We don't do BO3s here. This is a best of one. Let's see who can take the win. Are you guys ready? We go at shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. And that's a win for Nongshim. Let's see if Colin is right. Back to the game.
Nobody tell MBS. Nobody tell him. He's stressed enough as it is. He's stressed enough.
I think I might have seen him turn around during that one. Let's hope he was too far away.
Focus on the game. Focus on the game.
Listen, I don't know how his eyesight's holding up these days. We'll have to hope. We'll have to hope that that's going to be the saving grace for 100 Thieves right now. All sights on that prize. A grand final spot up for grabs, but they are trailing by 4 at the halftime for Nongshim. Ever since they found their footing on map number 2, it does look like we've gotten the Santiago Victors back. This squad, someone that has already defeated some of their demons from the past, double down on defeats they've dished out, but they don't want to be outlasted.
Rushing A site through short.
Pistol round is a must.
Trying
Timo
to
looking
isolate
to lead the
Silva.
charge, and he's done. Good reveal. Vora
Only
helps
X
out with
cross
another.
here.
This pistol round's looking
Damn,
flawless
everybody
already
dead.
from 100 Thieves. It leaves Ivy and RB with an absolute mountain to climb, and you can see how far ahead they are in this round with them looking to try and manage those orbs. They've got to be careful of the walk-up, but RB's dealt with ease. And now Ivy, a 1v5 will be the moment of the tournament. Instead, you see us sooner. He got an orb, by the way, but nobody else is going to be handing themselves to Ivy quite like that.
Yeah, Asuna should be the one looking for that fight, but the rest sit back and look for the round. Spotted up top, they'll fill in the space, and Cryo's ready and waiting for Ivy to step on down those stairs. It is a 5th found for 100 Thieves, and this pistol, it was necessary to close the gap. I like that they started it with confidence. The pack mentality and the full push towards the A site, the reveal behind, absolutely perfect. As Timotino, rather, was dragging the gaze of everyone on site. And the rest could flood on through. I do want to see that be a factor for 100 Thieves, the pacier rounds up against Nongshim, because we know this defensive side, they love to push, and there is definitely merit, and there was on Sunset, to sitting back and waiting. But for the first few, I think setting the pace, setting the tone, important for this attack side as they mount this road to recovery.
Yeah, I think also we need to see that double duelist that the desk
Francis
highlighted.
trying to go down with
On
one.
the defensive side, it's forgivable. They were struggling with the sheer pace and aggression of their opponents, and although there was a round or two from Timotino, he was ultimately shut out. Now he's the tip of the spear. Arsena there alongside him. He might have a fair few assists, but wasn't able to get too much in the kills department. This is the half where expectations now fall onto their shoulders. Especially, yeah, I was about to say, we're going to see some weaponry joggled over so that Arsena can just run in, die, fine, get a kill, fine. He just needs the orb.
Get the impact seen in the previous half. There's the orb found for Asuna. He doesn't mind what happens to him from here on out. Timotino falling is something picked up. There's a bulldog
Trying to
now
get
for
at least
X-Ross.
one more gun.
It's not fully gone yet, but it should be too low. It should be too low, right? That should be too low. Dambi's actually getting really
Oh,
close.
wait. Whoa, what the hell? Bro. That's the caster's fault. And also 100 Thieves' fault. They had so much time to be able to retake, and they're just playing too slow.
That might be it. That genuinely might be the rounds that defines this tournament for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, over peak.
You've just lost in
Getting in the
basically with
Sova.
seconds to spare.
Bro,
You were busy
Ivy.
managing your orbs. You were busy focusing on which player would get their ultimate. And you got overzealous. You got sloppy. You got lazy. And that's the moment the Nongshim Red Force decide to strike. There never should have been a hope in hell that they win that round. And for 100 Thieves, I don't think there's anything worse.
They've broken into a jail and locked themselves in it. where Nongshim locked him in. That's incredible.
Well, that's like they've broken into the bank and they forgot to take the cash. Like, it's insane. They walked out with nothing.
They took a risk. Not even a risk. They sent a man to his death.
Someone said that's Asana's
to give
fault.
them a better chance at winning the next round.
Right. Asana's there to complete the objective. Get his Phoenix ult.
Genuinely unlosable.
It's not even close to his fault.
Fighting for a spot in the grand finals, and you say going out with a whimper, that is a dream.
I think the round
compared to
ends
what
as
they
soon
just
as
experienced.
the Silva dies or Vora dies.
Too bright. Now they've been singed. This is incredible.
Because
This
you
timeout.
had
I don't envy any of them. I don't
you
know
had
what you say
Asuna and
after a
Timothina
moment
peeking
like
out,
that.
trying to get
Everything done
frags for their
right until
ult.
the very final moment.
They overextend. Okay,
this
cool. The
almost
rest
just
of
has
them
to
have
be a-
guns. There's 3
A
left.
motivational speech.
I think even a fake attack
3v4.
pause to get your adrenaline down. Like that's
Well,
the only
luckily
kick
for
to
them,
PC.
I do think that Dabby ripped out his headphones, so that
Thank
might give
God.
them a little bit of extra
That's
time.
a lifeline for 100
But I
Thieves.
genuinely think in these moments for MBS, like, you can't even be critical. Everybody on the stage knows what they've done. Everybody in the crowd, everybody at home.
Literally,
critical
someone
game's
calmed.
over.
Oh,
Everybody knows
No
what's
time,
happening.
no
This
time.
is about getting the mental of the team
then
back
they're
on
like, oh
track.
wait.
You had your lifeline, you had your road to recovery, and you've thrown it away. Now you need to find another route. You need to cut through the forest. You need to dig a tunnel underneath the Nongshim Red Force because, yeah, you've just hand-delivered them an advantage they never should have had.
Moments like that, I can't stress enough how they will break the strongest of teams. It's so easy to point the finger, to have blame in a moment like that. That has to be a shared burden. And sharing a burden like that while Nongshim are running away with it on the other side of the stage, that is not an easy task. My heart goes out to them.
Wait, it just has to be a write-off. Like, that's basically what you have to do. Forget it ever happened.
It's so much easier said than done.
Yeah, of course. Play it round by round. I think if you're a 100 Thieves fan, you've got to hope for an immediate response. But the problem is you've obviously lost a lot in terms of finances, weaponry. You at least have that run it back available to you. That is the one small silver lining. And we've seen them have heroic rounds. We've seen moments from the likes of Cryo, especially with a pistol in hand. But yeah, you look at the buy that they're coming back into here, and it stinks. And for the defenders, well, they've just had a huge injection of cash, courtesy of the Thieves.
Silver linings, Tom. They've got the run it back. So
They're gonna
that's, let's just look
C-split
only at the
the
positives.
garage.
Now I'm finished. Now we can look
They're
at
just
everything else.
gonna
Everything
walk,
else is a
give
negative.
no info,
Oh,
but
here
they
we
are
go.
silver droning.
Asuna leading the way. They've managed to walk their way in,
Oh,
and that's not a bad
Timothino?
start. A chance for an immediate response.
Oh.
Actually looking a little more likely than expected. The first fight going their way, but the immediate shutdown of the ultimate.
The Bang takes a
Bang
time
hoping to
peek.
try and catch someone by surprise. But
They're
instead, Danby's hot on their heels.
They got
The
market
spam in an
control.
attempt. The spike ticking in 100 Thieves' favor.
So 4v4, Ivy's
They
low,
need
the
to
rest
hold.
have bandits.
This could be it. This could be the reset that they needed. The best chance for it. The rifle up close in the smoke. Asuna needs to step up in a big way, and he does.
Oh,
The hot
and they
hands for
respond
2.
back.
The deep push for even more, but he falls. Now it's the pistols left, but the time ticking so quickly already.
Time's
Danby and
too
X-Ross would
low.
need to be perfect, and now it's left to just one. They can throw themselves at this one at a time, but tucked in the corner. Bang didn't have a chance to fall away. X-Ross has to break the cam,
one at a
tap and bait in for the fight, and even with Cryo falling so quickly, there is no time to recover this round.
Yeah, fantastic work. As said, like, we're going to be critical in those moments, but to have the resilience to immediately break back, Asuna having a fantastic round. His ultimate actually not being that much of a factor. It was mostly him standing within the molly, fighting them tooth and nail. Timothino's lurk with the pistol as well. A saving grace to slow down the opponents, and then they just play that time. They play it well. An immediate resurgence, a response, and not allowing Nongshim to extend that lead any further. You now look at the defense, and they have some troubles of their own, but they're immediately walking up. They're immediately hunting
Punish
for
us
more.
over.
They're even throwing in a running back of their own, but kind of stuck in the mud.
Damn,
trip
4
saved
people
them.
see.
Careful now. Watch your eyes.
They're just
Slow
full pushing
This
out.
push from Nongshim, but going in the other direction isn't
Then
exactly
they backtrack.
an easy closer. This position from Francis will be spotted, will be seen by Cryo. Dotting their I's, crossing their T's. 100 Thieves now. Boots on the ground for the A site. Post plant almost guaranteed. Damn, he scares me. Oh, he's jumping out. That's what I mean, bro. There's no way he should do that. There's no way you should even expect a player to do that. But I see him walking forward in heaven. I see no one nearby, and I think, yeah, he probably does believe he can win this round.
I'm not going to lie to you. I knew 100% he was jumping out that window. The second he walked up there, I was like, he's going to try and hit the timing as they go for the plant. Yeah, there are worlds where he comes out with a multi-frag. This was not that world. They were very, very ready for him to try and make that play. Now it's a round where the additional weaponry for Nongshim isn't going to affect them buying into the next round. They have the credits to do so. For RB, the only thing he's really hoping for is an exit frag, and if not, to die to the spike. Maybe steal an extra gun away, but not in this case. It will be a 7th round for 100 Thieves, and this one is a little bit more clean. It will start to build up that economy once again.
Little by little, and brick by brick, 100 Thieves can get back into this. It's certainly not too far gone, and they've already overcome their biggest challenge, which is not crumbling after that crazy round from Nongshim. The defuse under their nose has cost them as the gap extended in Nongshim's favor, but now it starts to close once more. Seeing that, a timeout pulled into play.
Well, we've said this consistently. The Nongshim coaching staff are very proactive with their pauses. They spot the problems early, and they look to stamp them out before it gets too dangerous. And I think they do it more often when they know they're on their weaker side of the map. Like, you look back to their victory versus G2 on Haven, it was a 10-2 attack side. They dominated the attack and won 13-10. They had their struggles when it came to the defense. Versus Mates, the defeat, again, it came on the defensive side. 3 rounds to 8 of their opponent. And even going back to the qualifier, it was an 11-1 attack side versus Gen G that, again, wasn't a convincing victory. So they know that this half is going to be a little bit tougher. And with opportunities given, a singular rifle in the hands of Arsenal was enough for them to take a round away from them.
Yeah.
They want to make sure that even though they're 2 rounds ahead, they don't allow their lead to slip.
It must have felt like the beginning of the end for 100 Thieves when Nongshim found that round. But they've now seen their opponents kept back up to the plate in a big way. Well, this one's knocked out of the park by Ivy. A spam through the smoke for the man advantage. And it does feel like 100 Thieves have been the victim of that. It feels like everyone who faces Nongshim is the victim of that at a ridiculous rate.
Ivy just has a BS monitor that's off the scale. Like, you're just going to hear it almost beeping off the charts if it goes anywhere near him, because the amount of spam kills that he's able to get.
Try to catch it along timing.
Has got to be
Probably won't
infuriating.
get any info.
If he didn't seem like such a friendly guy, I'm sure many would be cursing his name.
You
That's
got
already
some
a spot.
info.
Francis has info.
Sees Phoenix.
It's whether or not they pull the rotation.
Double
There's a
P.
deep look. Okay, I said it was spotted. Instead,
I think
well, Francis
Danby
gets the
does
trade
go
onto a
to
Danby
out
who
too
threw
much out
himself
in the
to the
open.
wolves. But RB is well aware of Cryo's position. A 2v4 now needed to stop double digits.
Left.
And that's the option to go back, pretty much taken out of your control. They could have already pushed C long, and now you've lost your lurker, so no garage control. You can't go C.
Fine,
You can't go
misses.
B, not without a gamble. Instead, they'll play with the space they know they had. At this point, long is a danger. And a dropout from X-Ross is too, but 10 seconds left. They just need to play the time. But of course, for X-Ross, that means swinging in to take the fight.
He's been having an insane map. Like, you think back to what he was able to do with the Guardian when they were a little bit further behind. I think now that might be his 20th kill onto the board. Seemed like RB again was well aware, but it's just the timing. We mentioned it, the risk of jumping out that window, and the next round they jump out the window again.
Yeah.
They do not care what the risk is. They can make it work.
He not only jumps at the window, but with 10 seconds left, when he can play Ring a Rosie and wait for backup, he swings wide.
Why not?
And it's almost, it would be so frustrating. I'd love to say, see the silly mistakes he's made. He's 20-9. So, yeah, I guess you can just swing it because you're winning all your fights.
Clear
I
short
can't argue
with
with results.
And
Okay.
Danby,
a bit more than a drone.
gets shut
he's
down.
been deleted again. This is a big pickup. Last time when this happened, 100 Thieves were already a man down and the trade came in quickly. This time, they get to play with their advantage.
Yasai completely abandoned. A Hunter's Fury available for this attack. If they wanted to use it on entry, they would find nothing, but it seems like Nongshim have gambled on the other. And there you go. Hunter's Fury will spot nobody on the site, but immediately the defense look to try and re-aggress. Cryo knows there's an opponent on the other side, but instead, it might be the push-up from the other. He's TP behind him.
Bro,
He's TP
what a
behind him.
outplay by
Those
RB.
are plays that you normally don't see work, but RB's doing it on a semi-final stage.
He saw the TP and assumed that RB had ran away.
Damn, Nongshim don't care.
fled.
They don't think he ults into their spawn.
Nongshim are playing
waiting
a
for the
confident
silver
game. We've seen that
dart.
from the get-go. Revealed through.
No
Broken
tags.
immediately flash. Gets them through the choke point. They're paying with bodies as they go. Asuna, the crossfire with Bang. Strong as can be, and the spam from Bora backs
Oh,
them up.
if X-Cross.
As X-Ross
Oh.
finds himself alone, it will be a round win for 100 Thieves. 10-8 now, still a healthy enough gap there for Nongshim, but signs of life going nowhere for 100 Thieves.
Yeah. TikTok play in the middle of it, but it was after already taking control of the site, already shutting down Danby, and the Hunter's Fury, although not dealing any damage, it gave so much information over to the attack. They were able to get comfortable in their post plants. It definitely seems like a game of the calm versus the chaos. The patience versus the aggression. And with 100 Thieves stabilizing, if they can take this round versus the Pistols, they'll be one away, but that's not the start they were looking for. And also look at the ults that are available for this defensive side. It's a weak weapon round, but it is not weak overall.
Strange to see Nongshim stop like that. They've sent Danby back in the other direction. 100 Thieves no doubt expected to see continued aggression from this squad, but it was a freeze from the defense. Now 100's Fury almost trying to bait 100 Thieves into pushing this position so they can pounce with the players up close. But it's
They're
a
all
very
holding
passive
spawn.
stance coming out of Cryo, coming out of Bang. The drone going, oh, that's a bit of a brave swing. And now
hold the
pressure for
bodies.
Cryo, as he's at least able to deliver one, shutting down X-Ross, deleting the ultimate that was in play. But these fights, not clean, not easy for 100 Thieves, but they do put it into an almost unlosable position in the end. Chances for Nongshim, but none converted.
No, as well, I mean, I mentioned that, as said, although it's not a round expensive in weaponry, it is expensive in ultimates. Nongshim throw a lot into this round. The run it back, the overdrive, the Hunter's Fury, all expended in this round in an attempt to turn the tide, and it's Timotino and Asuna that are able to hold that line. That's a really important round from 100 Thieves because it eliminates almost every valuable ultimate that Nongshim has.
Well, we said we needed Asuna to step up. Bottom of the board now, but 100 Thieves not struggling, even with X-Ross on the other side, showing up again in the same way as we've seen it many a time before. Continuing that performance with Timotino down. Left on a sliver of health himself. The hot hands thrown out the other side. RB wasn't even forced into the open by it. Tried to get ahead of it. Caught off, the numbers back to even. Francis put under pressure, but he's got support. X-Ross is on the side, not for long. 100 Thieves make a quick advantage out of that.
Planted.
But they still have to deal with Ivy and Danby, the two shining lights of this squad. Danby, the hero of old, and Ivy certainly the hero of new. It's a beautiful start. Finish needs to be Ivy.
Info.
He's isolated the Cypher on the other side, but no info on where Cryo might have gone. The time will start to be a pain as the reposition gives Cryo a lot of space, a lot of time to work with. Waiting out that smoke has run the clock all the way down. Ivy needs to get on that defuse soon. Ticking faster and faster by the second, but he'll get it to half at least. The fight though from Cryo, baiting him in and then finishing him off
just plays
for
it too
double
well.
digits.
Incredibly well played by Cryo. The full reposition at the last second, it left a million angles that Ivy had to face off against. Even knows the timing of his cam coming back online so he could pop that right in his opponent's face, have all the information for the battle that was about to ensue, and then leaving it to the last second just to make sure if he lets go, I win. If he doesn't let go, I win. It puts them level. A streak of rounds, putting them back in this map. We thought that round number 2 of this half was going to be the backbreaker, the one that crushed what is, for a couple of these players, a young, inexperienced group versus a Masters winner. But 100 Thieves are showing that they are not going to crumble.
No, their resilience deserves a round of applause. I genuinely, to bounce back in the next round from what was a death blow to the majority of teams, what would be.
What should be, yeah.
Very much so. But they looked at it as a bump in the road. They reset, they found themselves neck and neck now. With Nongshim on the back foot, you would think, and perhaps you'd be right. There it is, Francis taken out. That's the rifle on the ground for Nongshim. Only pistols remain, and a mass exodus of the C and B site as they look to reinforce A. Enemies at the gates, that's the last thing they heard.
30 seconds left.
The 100 Thieves have gone elsewhere, looking to steal some map control away, and, well, Ivy's filled back into space. It's dangerous as he finds the first. X-Ross here by his side as well. Filling back through to put the pressure on the planter, but the TP out resets us comfortably.
Oh, no.
That's a mouse wheel jump you never want to see.
Yeah, that's not some new tech. These players are demons with the Sheriff, but something 100 Thieves have done well is just not giving them opportunities, not giving them free fights, unless there's a teammate alongside it. And they now know that X-Ross is not on this spike. He needs instant shots. The first one goes pretty well.
Oh!
Oh, my Lord!
Oh my God!
It just in time. You can never count him out, but 100 Thieves, the trade was quick enough.
It came down to the wire, considering the weaponry brought in for Nongshim. It does make me, you know, if it's early stages, I'm thinking, wow, well, that's a great contest from them. It's a close round, but it's been a lot of close rounds. But 100 Thieves are edging that victory out every single time so far. For Nongshim, this half has been, well, again, you take out that ninja that they had, that sneaky defuse, and it's been a disaster of a half.
Yeah. They've definitely been struggling over on this defense. A second pause being called. I think 100 Thieves have done an excellent job of soaking up the pressure. And then when they can get back into those post plants, they've been almost unstoppable. It literally is just a blip in the second round where they thought it was done. Every other post plant they had has looked very good. They've been incredible at buying themselves time, and the clock then becomes an additional member of their team. I think shutting down Danby early as well, it makes it so difficult to break the sight lines on the entry back into the site. He's definitely had a quieter second half, while X-Ross has been nothing but quiet. Even still, though, a second pause called, a last-ditch effort to talk from the coaches, and 100 Thieves 2 rounds away from a grand final.
When it looked like it was all over.
Gonna be a B retake.
Not that long ago. Now the lead is theirs. Nongshim putting their credits into this one. Ult's nearly online, but not quite close enough, at least for now. Picks needed, one for Xros, and this round becomes incredibly difficult if it's not traded quickly. Ivy spotted already, trying to make the play out of the garage, but he's not alone. Danby comes to meet him. Now it's going to be a blitz. Cryo tries to fly under the radar, but second man through. Ivy catches him. Danby, the trailblazer, spots Bang right outside the site, but a flurry of frags for Timotino and Bora. Puts 100 Thieves within punching distance of a grand final. They've got the code dialed in, punched in, and all that remains is to turn that final key.
I said it already. They're a team that over the years, their attendance at international events has been few and far between. They made it here last year, entered the group of death, and left in the group stage. Now they sit one round away from maybe their biggest moment in Valorant, a grand final, millions on the line, and a chance to be immortalized. But Nongshim are not a team to go quietly. They're not a team to shy away. They have pushed up with 4 players outside this A site, and they're looking to fight.
It's been seen though. It's been spotted, the drone, and already seen 2 players up close, but they find out there's much more than they bargained for. Hunter's Fury kept reinforcements back, and Danby found one. The plan tries to come in on C, but the run it back cancels just before.
The 100 Thieves crumble.
Clock, not quite as favorable as it could be, but a reposition of the plant. They'll now look to fight deep.
Bro.
Ivy more than ready.
Oh my god, Ivy.
Everything thrown his way. And Asuna, the man who had to step up to the plate, we said, had to be the difference maker. Well, an ace
Bro.
would certainly immortalize that position.
Ivy.
Instead,
Sucks
it
through
will
the
be Nongshim.
roof.
12-11, map 3 going the distance. And it's a team who's already hoisted a trophy this year on an international stage, who's fighting for survival.
What an insane round again from Ivy. The man could genuinely have a highlight reel from every single series he's played this tournament. It came down to the last map versus Vitality, and he became an immortal enemy. Someone they will look to get revenge on for years to come.
A C fight to potentially end the
For
map.
100 Thieves now, the pressure is on. They're doing it again. They're walking up the other side of the map. It's the same scenario with aggression. The point of call, the constant slam of the button, but it's Bora that gets the opener this time. The trade onto Ivy, he could only get one. Bora with a he's there again! It's down to Francis.
And he has the timing. He has the timing.
Easy. Tournament survival. Bang. The prodigal son of 100 Thieves returned to try and take them to a
Bro, this
grand
1v1
final.
so big.
He was on Sen City. But now he sits with the Thieves, looking to try and rob Nongshim and maybe us of an overtime. And Francis is waiting to see if his opponent looks to wrap around.
It's expecting the aggression. Of course, it's what Nongshim would do, but Bang playing this patiently. His smoke is faded now. The advantage in that fight gone, but the timing couldn't be better. 100 Thieves. They started this with success. Over on map number 1, it looked like the series was theirs. But Nongshim battled back into an almost undeniable advantage. And at the final
Potential
moment,
NA.
when they're counting their money, the vault door swings open. And who stands there but the Thieves? Bags packed, ready for the grand finals.
It's been a long time coming for this organization. They have been in since the beginning. They've been invested. They've been purchasing the young talent. They've been even bringing back old names, committed to some, but constantly attempting to make it to the very top of the tower. And versus Nongshim, I'll be honest, After round 2 of that half, I thought they would be boomed. I thought they would be out of it, facing off against chaos ensued. But they are the control, the calm, the reality that Nongshim had to face as 100 Thieves will step on this stage one more time in a grand final and have a chance to take a title, immortalize themselves alongside Heretics. And for Nongshim, it was a massive return, but not quite their day today.
They made a deep run. They can be proud of that. They put out some big teams in a big
and
way.
They're definitely back.
They're back. But back with a bang was 100 Thieves. An unbelievable display from this squad here today. They counted themselves in when everybody counted them out. Congratulations, 100 Thieves. Let's hear from them alongside Lou and Ian Chambers.
Absolutely. Look, we started this day with a huge question. Who will be our grand finalists? We know that one of them will be 100 Thieves. And standing by with Asuna right now, that must feel like such a huge accomplishment. Feels like a long time coming and a real chance to make history.
Yeah, it feels amazing. I'm so happy to make my first top 2 grand finals appearance, and especially in front of such an amazing crowd. It feels great, and yeah, feels like a burden lifting.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you as well. You know, being for the first time in the grand finals at an international must feel amazing, because when I started playing Valorant, since I started casting, you were part of 100 Thieves. So if you want to maybe just tell us about that journey and how much it means to you to be there.
Yeah, it's been a long 6 years, and you know, I don't want to end this chapter without winning, so just gonna keep going and pushing along.
A grand finals is played to be won, right? Exactly. Donc, deux premières questions. C'est sa première grande finale à un international. Il est trop content, évidemment, d'être là devant un public incroyable, même s'il y avait beaucoup de gens qui étaient pour Nongshim aussi. Ça fait 6 ans qu'il est là chez 100 Thieves, et évidemment, une finale, ça se gagne. Donc, il espère évidemment la gagner.
You mentioned it yourself that it feels like almost like a weight lifted. Talk to me why this is almost a bit of a redemption arc for yourself and the team.
I mean, I made EWC last year and we bombed out instantly, and it was pretty heartbreaking. And the year before that, I got Shanghai and top 4. So it's just nice to, you know, get a higher placement than last year. And, you know, we're not going to end here. We're going to go all the way and win.
You know, Timotino said to the French fans, buy the 100 Thieves bundle. Do you have anything you want to say to the French crowd, maybe? Something different?
Thank you for all the support. It's amazing to hear the cheers, and it's a one-of-one crowd. I can't believe it.
Wow, thank you so much. And also on a personal level, thank you very much. Il vous applaudit, il vous remercie, mesdames et messieurs. Merci à vous de faire du bruit pour eux. Également, il est ravi d'être là. And I think it's time for some key crushing.
Yeah, well, you mentioned a one-of-a-kind crowd, a one-of-a-kind experience as well here, Asuna. Crushing a key at the Esports World Cup. I think you're nervous.
Yes, I'm nervous. I don't know what I need to do.
Well, the thing is, it's a punishing thing, isn't it? And it's what separates this tournament from everywhere else.
All of them.
Is that, yes, we celebrate our winners on the highest level, but of course we punish our losers like nowhere else. Just before you run it, hold on.
Oh, too eager.
Too eager. I just want to hear the fans. Do the fans want to see our next key crushed?
Yes. Yes, guys, I want to know if you want to say maybe anything to Asuna before he gets the key crush. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. What do you want to tell him?
I think it's just too good. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's going to be great, I'm sure.
It's going to be great. Let's see how great of a key crush it gives in the end.
Okay, the time has come. This is it. Pacific's last hope gets crushed by the full force of our key crusher. I heard you give like an audible gasp there. What did you say as you crushed the key?
I said, oh my God, that made a big noise. I was not ready for that, and it felt like I had the lives of a team right there, and it felt like, I don't know, pretty personal.
Come with me, let's go a little bit further, because you mentioned how much you love being in front of this crowd support here, and there's a lot of them. I want you to talk about, let's just spin you around here. I want you to talk about what that crowd support, a lot of them were against you as well, but the noise, what did it feel like while you're in the server?
Feels amazing, and hearing, you know, the chants. I remember like in clutches, we still hear the crowd just quietly, and I could tell Vora, or Danby, and it's just amazing, and yeah, just one of one.
What do we think? Are we happy to see 100 Thieves in the grand final? NRG, BBL, who do you want?
NRG, I want my revenge.
Good stuff. Congratulations, man. See you in the final. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Ian, as it is Asuna and the rest of 100 Thieves in a hard-fought battle all the way to the third map. They get the job done over Nongshim Red Force and book their ticket to the grand final of EWC 2026.
And what an exhilarating win, because this roster, it's their first time making it to a globals, let alone
Alright,
a global
that's the quick
finals,
stream.
man. What a placement for
I was able to
this
catch
team.
the
I
third
believed
map.
in them from the
It
beginning
was
of this tournament, and
what I
they've
imagine
just
a
come
good
in,
series.
proved themselves over and
And
over
I
again.
can't
The
wait to see the
creativity and
results
the
for
comps, but
NRG.
also the mindset to be able to come
BBL.
back from what, 9 to 5 in that last map.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. It's a Cinderella story for these guys. I'm loving watching them play. My heart breaks for Nongshim. You know, I really saw it there.